episode 10.
10,000, baby.
Wow,
It's been
going a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
About 500 years.
Yeah, right. I grew a beard.
500 base.
No, they're not. Thank God they're not.
John Henry's still alive.
I don't mean it in that way.
Still alive. All right. Well, maybe he could be live, but he doesn't have to own the team.
Yeah, please don't own the team anymore.
But it's my investment.
I hate it.
Fenway Sports Group. How does they call it Sports Group if I sell it?
I hate you.
That would make sense.
I hate you.
Anyway.
I was wondering if LeBron retired yet.
He's playing with his.
It's like, can I buy an NBA team?
Great grandson, Ron.
You know, honestly though, can't believe they didn't buy the Lakers.
I know. That's
kind of wild.
Yeah, right.
Kind of wild. I thought that would happen. I thought they'd be like, oh, LeBron plays for the Lakers, but how much longer is that going to be?
Yeah,
and because of that, they can't really. They couldn't buy the Lakers. You know, if LeBron decides to leave this year, you know, he does whatever he wants. So if he's like, I'm out of here, he can't go play for another team. I mean, he's part owner of the Lakers. Like,
stuck here now.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have done it.
But sell the Red Sox, please.
Yes, please.
And call it. What is he on? Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool Sports Group.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds great. Rolls off the tongue.
I shouldn't have traded Rafael Devers Sports Group.
No, that's okay.
Oh, I shouldn't have paid him, apparently, according to him.
No, we shouldn't have traded Rafael Devers for what we got in return.
No, you sure, dude? Jordan Hicks, bro.
Justin May.
Dustin
Technically, yeah, actually, yeah.
Justin May. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, perfect. This leads right into our first topic of the trade deadline.
Trade deadline happened.
Yeah.
And that was good.
Yeah, it came and went.
Yep.
And that's exactly what it did.
Yep.
There was
That's a good way to put it.
nothing great.
For the Red Sox, that is.
Yeah.
We got a cool guy named Dustin May. It's a great birthday.
Great birthday.
Great name. He's from Justin. Dustin from Justin.
Dustin from Justin.
And that's all I got.
And he has no eyebrows.
None.
At least in his picture.
He might have them.
He might have him in
He's
person.
really light.
Yeah.
Could have been hiding him with his hat.
No,
It's really high up. They're just really high.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta put these right
He
here.
did look pretty surprised.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was surprised.
Dustin, take the picture.
He was like, I got traded? What?
Yeah.
Perfect.
But no, I thought we were getting Joe Ryan.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, I mean,
Fox News or Fox Sports, whatever. Thought we
they reported it at like 4:30 in the afternoon that we acquired him. Carabas said that in the morning he got a text message saying that the Red Sox had an 85% chance to land him.
Those are good odds.
85% chance, and they couldn't pull the trigger over the next 8 hours after he got that message.
And now there's like mixed reports of like it was either they didn't offer enough or they offered a good amount, but Minnesota was still being stubborn. I'm like, there's no way Minnesota's being stubborn. They have 2 contracted players for next year.
See, the only thing that I can understand with Minnesota is they are getting ready to sell the team.
Yeah.
So realistically, if they did want a Duran or Wilyer Abreu in return, and the Red Sox weren't willing to move them because of how they have been playing this year, I mean, Wilyer is extremely streaky. I'd rather honestly probably trade him. He does have the more power. You know, obviously, I think he still leads our team in home runs.
Yeah, I think.
But I mean, looking at his stats since the All-Star break, you know, he's batting 129 or something.
189.
No, 189.
2 home runs and 7 ribbies since then.
Very streaky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, if anybody would go, I think I would be willing to move him. But I can also understand them not willing to move either one of those guys, especially with Marcelo Meyer being potentially out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
If that's the case and Rafael is going to start playing a lot of second base, you're going to need him in the outfield. But I also think if we offered our top 3 prospects who are all top 100, I'm pretty sure Minnesota says yes.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if I assume Tibbs had to be part of that deal, which would have been a good flip. But I mean, it was like straight up. No, it wasn't straight up. It was Tibbs and some other guy for Dustin May, the guy they actually ended up requiring.
Hard or
Zach
something.
Hart, yeah. But like, I'm just like curious if they did offer prospects, like which ones do they offer? Because I also read reports that
I heard Peyton Tolle.
Yeah, I heard he was on there. I also heard things like that other teams don't like talking with the Red Sox because Craig Breslow is like hard to talk. I don't know. Like there's like weird stuff like that. Like, so who knows if he was like just not. If
Listening to him talk, it sounds like he's just a John Henry mule.
Yeah.
Like he's told to do one thing, and he's got to work around those parameters, no matter what. At the end of the day, so it's like if Minnesota wanted 3 top 100 prospects and John Henry's only letting them move 2 of them, like the trade's not going to get done. You can't just overstep the owner.
It's crazy.
Even though the general manager should be in charge of this.
Yeah, it's just
why he's
weird.
here.
Yeah, it's weird to me that like they had a really good. I thought they had a good draft in terms of pitching. It was Kyson Witherspoon, great name. I like that. That's cool. That sounds like a star. He could be good. They drafted all these pitchers. I don't know why the idea of trading Peyton Tolley was such an issue, because there was reports weeks ago that they were going to trade with Minnesota for Joe Ryan shortly after the Devers trade.
Right.
And, then it said that Minnesota wanted Tolley, and that's where the Red Sox were like, no. But then you heard that Minnesota then were going to accept a trade, but then they like a day later said they changed their mind on it. Those reports came out too. So I don't know why with the draft that they just had, why Peyton Tolley would have ever even. I wish they did that trade a while ago. Is what I'm saying, because I would have just been like, oh, you want Tolley? Yeah, go ahead, take him. Because I'd rather get the guy is good and Joe Ryan,
right.
Great last name, for the guy that you don't know is good, yet.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue with the Red Sox is, I think at the end of the season they'll end up pulling the trigger most likely on him. He's going to move.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be here next season. It's gonna be like Garrett Crochet type thing.
Exactly. They'll wait till the off season. They'll see how things play out, and then they'll offer whatever they need to get him. And if we do end up with him going into next season, good. But at the same time, I think the way this ownership is, man, when it comes to money, I just think they're looking at these guys they drafted. They're looking at Peyton Tolley, like they're looking at these guys as like, these guys are controllable. We don't have to pay any of these guys.
Right.
The Red Sox are, from my understanding, are one of the teams that are trying to implement a salary cap. John Henry is part of some group of people that is trying to push to get a salary cap put in baseball. If that's the case, we're never going to go spend $700 million. We're never going to go spend $600 million on a guy. It just doesn't. And let's all be real. The salary cap, if it ever did come into play, things would never end up being what they are.
No.
Because it would just be a fake salary cap. Look at what the Dodgers did with Shohei Ohtani. They signed him to $2 million being hit across the salary cap.
Deferred money.
Yeah, shitload of deferred money. At that rate, you could defer so much money, and then when it does come time to pay it, you could just fucking send out basically signing bonuses, almost like,
right,
and just give them a bunch of the money and just not count it across the salary cap, basically, or divert it into a bunch of years.
They will find a way to loophole it.
They'll loophole no matter what they have to do, and you'll be able to sign these guys to huge contracts. It'll just take a long time for them to get all their money.
Right.
But it'll be all guaranteed.
Yeah, no, they can't go back on it.
Red Sox will never be a team to do that.
Yeah, which sucks. It sucks because they used to be a team that you would think would do that.
So if that's the case, we're already $2 million over what would be the luxury tax threshold. I think going into this next season, we're not going to be looking to sign any big name players. So going after a guy like Joe Ryan, who has 2 years of control left at decent money, that's going to be their play.
Yeah.
They're going to be going after guys like that who have controllable money, and it just doesn't make sense to me anymore that you can't deal for a guy like this during the season.
Right.
You have to wait until the off season to make one of these moves because you're not willing to part with prospects because of the fact that you're like,
it could be cheap and good.
Yeah, if this guy's good in 3 years, we don't have to pay him for 6 years after that. So, at this point, it's all about profitability, and it's not what the Red Sox have ever been.
No, no business such as the Red Sox, like a big market team like that, should ever run their business like that. It shouldn't. If you're like a fan, as fans, we shouldn't be so in tune with the finances or the business of the team, but we have to be because it doesn't because of how much it's changed over the last few years, and they haven't made the playoffs. So you're like, well, what's the reason? Odds are the reason is because you're constantly in the middle of the pack in payroll. Because you change your philosophy, whereas before we were spoiled growing up because they were always the number 1 or 2 or 3 payroll in baseball, and they would make the playoffs at least once every 2 years and win a World Series once every 3 or so, or 4. I mean, so.
But even if you're not winning World Series, you have to be competitive. And
Oh yeah, October baseball should still be a thing in Boston.
yeah, and over the last 10 years, there's been more years where we haven't been in the playoffs than we have been. And the philosophy that they're running is never, it leads to these trade deadline moves. Instead of going and getting a Joe Ryan that, him and Crochet going back to back with Bayo and Giolito the way they're pitching behind them.
Yeah.
You're looking at a dominant pitching staff going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Instead, you don't get Joe Ryan, and you end up with Dustin May. And now Dustin May, he was projected to be a great pitcher. He's never pitched up until this season. I think he's pitched 100 innings this year. Up until this season, he had never pitched over 44 innings.
Mm.
So he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. And this year, he has a 4.85 ERA.
Mm.
And we just faced him and beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
And it's like, we needed a number 2 starter, and we went and got a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, now that we're talking about it, do you think that there's a possibility that Dustin May could finally be the number 4 starter that they've been looking for? Because, we talked about before where, it was always Crochet, Bayo, Giolito, Bueller technically, and then you don't know who that next is. Fitz,
Right.
Dobbins, Criswell, Bernardino for a spot start.
Yeah, whoever they want to throw in there.
Yeah. Do you think that Dustin May could be that guy?
I mean, he could be.
Yeah.
You have to hope that he's going to pitch well, but with his stats so far this year, he could be Walker Bueller. And
He's still great.
And the way that our pitching staff is, look at Giolito. Giolito will have a bunch of great starts in a row, but then he goes up against, Chicago or Philadelphia, 2 really good teams, and gets blasted by both of them.
Mm.
If when it comes to October, it's the same thing that I asked going into this season about Walker Bueller. Are we going to get playoff Walker Bueller, or are we going to get regular season Walker Bueller? And when we get to the playoffs, are we going to get good Giolito or bad Giolito?
Yeah. A lot of what ifs on this
No,
team.
it's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
If you went and got a Joe Ryan, we've seen that statistically this year he's been dominant. He's had a couple bad starts, but he's been dominant this year for a bad club. Their team had fell apart so much at the All-Star break that they traded everybody.
Yeah.
Traded a third of their team away.
Like I said, they have 2 contracted players technically next season because Ryan's up for arbitration. So technically,
Right.
Buxton and Pablo Lopez are the only 2 contracted players that are on this team right now.
And it's like you could have went and got a legit number 2, and then if a Giolito or a Bayo falls apart going into the or into the playoffs, I should say, you have those 2 frontline starters that in a 5-game series, you could get 3 or 4 starts out of those guys. If they're willing to just go, you can get what you need out of just 2 guys.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox were okay with going and getting a potential 4th or 5th starter with the upside that he's going to be the player he was before the injuries.
Yep.
And that's what the Red Sox have become now, is a lot of what if this guy turns into what we think he could be. They don't look at baseball. A lot of teams don't look at the I guess the eye test.
Mm.
When you go to a game and you watch and you see a guy take terrible hacks at a baseball, and you're like, okay, that guy maybe shouldn't play 162 games in the majors.
Franchi Cordero.
But they'll look at it from a computer standpoint, and they'll be like, yeah, that guy takes so many bad swings, but he walks once every 5 at bats.
Yeah, or he hits 110 off when he barrels a ball. So if you can get him to
hits
barrel
it
the
so
ball
hard.
more, he'll be
Right.
That's what they thought with Franchi Cordero.
Right. If he gets more contact, he'll have more hits.
Yeah.
So we just have to work to that point to get him more contact. And it's like, well, why don't you just go after the guy that can hit the fucking ball?
Yeah, because they cost too much money. They want more than 2 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, yeah.
Right now in baseball, this is a little off of what we were just talking about, but right now in baseball, the luxury tax threshold is like $240 million or something like that. I think it's 240. I think the Red Sox going into next year are like $242 million. which puts him $2 million over that luxury tax. You have a 26-man roster.
Mm.
If you paid every person on the team $10 million a year, you are $20 million over the salary, the luxury tax threshold.
Yeah.
$10 million.
That's, I want that. I want
Like, you are never, if you live by that philosophy, which is
I
like,
don't want that. But I'm saying
right.
Yeah.
But like, if you live by that philosophy, which is like what the Red Sox are trying to do, which is get to the $240 million threshold,
Yeah.
which is less than $10 million a year to every player, you are never going to get anybody of value because
No.
these players are starting to make $50, $60, $70 million a year.
Yeah.
You are never going to get a superstar player if you live by that. And the only time you will is Alex Bregman getting a 3-year deal, but it's really a 1-year contract with 2 opt-outs.
Yeah.
So, like, if he wants to at the end of this year, he can leave.
Be
The
like,
Red Sox collect that $40 million from
Yeah,
next year, put it back in their
retire down
pocket.
Detroit, you know?
Like, this
Yeah.
is this is what they do for these type of players now. Instead of just giving him the 3-year, $120 million and saying, nope, they give him the option. Yeah, if you want at the end of the year, you can leave.
Good.
They'll save us $80 million.
They don't like the long commitment. They don't. I feel like I'm trying to think of what contract like really scared them. It had to be like David Price or something like that.
Yeah, Pablo Sandoval,
Pablo
David
Sandoval,
Price.
Hanley, Ramirez. Well, Hanley
Yeah.
wasn't terrible, but like.
But it's those type of contracts that they've dished out that didn't work.
Yeah, but every team. That's I hate that way of thinking because every team has a contract like that. Every single team, except for teams that don't pay players like Athletics.
Right.
But they have Severino, and he looks like he's not worth.
Right,
it.
look at-
they
look
gave
at-
him like so you know. It's,
Look at a team like the Mets.
Yeah.
They in their opinion blew it on Scherzer and Verlander. Traded both those contracts away, and then went out and signed Juan Soto.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't tell me that making those type of contracts can't lead to still signing players and not
yeah.
being scared. Like, it's just the Red Sox don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
But they're literally in a position where it is impossible for them to lose money. They are the 3rd most profitable team in baseball, I think now, or the 4th behind. It's like between them and Chicago.
And once the product is like what it is now, where they're 10 games over 500 for the first time, or what is it, 10 games
11
today?
games over now.
11
Yeah.
over 500 now. When they start playing like this, they make even more money than they made last year.
Yeah, Fenway's
Because
been
now
on
Fenway's going to
fire.
be selling out every night.
selling out every night. You also have
Sessions are going to have
Yeah.
more.
you own. I mean, they also own.
$15 beers.
Yeah, those are my favorite. They also own the MGM Music Hall.
Yep.
They own the parking for every event, whether
Yep.
it be Red Sox or that. Do they own the House of Blues? I don't know.
Oh,
What-
dude, Chad Chisholm hit a home run today.
Oh God, he's so
Who
good.
scored in that game?
3-7.
No, so they're still losing. Good.
Nice. Yeah, like they own all this profit. Like it's literally impossible for them to lose money. So that's why I hate the idea of like crying poverty when
What was
and
it,
it's like
40% of the money last year that they made?
47 or something like that. I think that
No, it was lower than that. It was
for the players.
yeah, it was like 42% or something
yeah.
like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Of the profit that they made last year went to the team.
Yeah, which is I think by per capita, whatever. Like that's the
Which is-
lowest
that's-
out of all of the teams of baseball, which is crazy to think about.
That's crazy.
That's how much you don't care.
And
about,
then you're
you know.
complaining.
Yeah.
Like
And
you're
then,
complaining.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Craig Breslow, who is obviously just doing the bidding of John Henry, the fact that he's saying stuff like, "Oh, you know, other teams just don't want our players. They don't like our players." Like, why are we saying that? We're the Boston Red Sox. We're
Yep.
10 games at the time, 8 games over 500, whatever it was, and we're sitting there saying, I guess other teams just don't like our players." Like, shut up, Craig.
Yeah, it's because what
You
the
just
Red
don't wanna-
Sox
you don't want
do.
to make a real trade.
What the Red Sox do is they live in a world of AI. And we know this because we found out earlier this year that they were conducting interviews using an AI like generator.
Chatbot,
Yeah, basically an AI chatbot was doing the interviews, the first level of interviews for like high ranking office positions in the Red Sox organization. So we know that they love AI.
Yes.
We know that they love computers.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So obviously, you know, when you type into your computer what Joe Ryan's value is, and it pops up on like a scale of 1 to 10, saying it's like a 7, and you're like, okay, and then you put in like Wilyer Abreu and your top 2 prospects, and it comes up as a 9. You're like,
I'm not losing this trade.
I can't make this
Joe-
deal.
Joe
That's
Ryan or
wild.
Wilyer Abreu.
Like, but you know,
Have you thought about how good Peyton Tolley could be?
exactly. Well, the computer says
He might be good in a few years.
if he trends up for the next 3 seasons,
Minnesota's like, but
Joe Ryan is not even gonna be worth it.
Minnesota's like, he's good now. He's good now.
Huh?
Yeah. Now?
What does that mean?
We don't want to sacrifice current wins for future wins, sir.
How many years are on that contract?
How old is he? 29? Too old.
Oh,
Gee, whoa, ugh, God,
Too old.
about to be 30?
Ew.
Pitchers especially always suck after 30.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Every one of them.
Let me name you a bunch: Nolan Ryan,
Awful.
Justin Verlander,
Terrible.
Max Scherzer.
Worst.
All bad after 30.
All bad.
All bad, dude.
Jacob
All
deGrom.
bad.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Well, when healthy.
When
Clayton
healthy.
Kershaw,
Yeah.
terrible.
Awful.
Bad.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
Pitchers over 30 never make it in the
Ew,
end.
John Lester? Like, come on. Why would you want that guy back? He was
Terrible.
awful.
Remember when we
after he
thought
left.
we would get him back, and he was like,
Yeah, that's it.
nah.
Listen, we'll trade
At
you.
least the Athletics. Okay. Yoenis Cespedes.
Why are you trading me? We don't want to pay you, but next year
We'll pay
we
you.
We'll pay you.
No, you
Just
won't.
go impress us over there in Oakland.
What?
This is a
Then the
terrible
offseason
idea.
came around and they were like, he doesn't want to play for us.
Yeah,
He didn't like it in Boston.
yeah. I
He
can't,
told us.
this is all his fault.
Yeah, he told us. He
We
said he
didn't do
doesn't like
anything
it here. Doesn't like Boston or the fans. Says the fans suck.
Yep, the worst.
So we can't sign that guy. We can't sign that guy.
And he's 30.
Oh,
Gross.
Old.
Ew.
Old.
Oh God.
Get him out of here.
That guy's
I
old.
should have released him last year.
29. That's like 89.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
That's great.
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart.
Red Sox.
Yep.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing, dude?
It's funny though.
We used to
that-
sign Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, we just- yeah, you're
Like,
right,
we
right.
did that once. We traded for that guy. Like,
Oh my God.
that'll never happen again.
No.
You'd be like, wow, we traded for.
We traded away. That's all it
Yeah.
ever
yeah.
We traded
Wow, we
away,
traded
man.
away Mookie Betts.
We traded away Mookie. Traded away Xander. You guys want all of our All Stars? We don't want him.
Did we even trade Xander? Or did we just
No,
Oh
Xander
no,
left
well,
the
yeah,
free
but
agency.
we just they just didn't give him a
Yeah,
proper contract.
And then
We
we
tried,
traded
yeah.
Devers.
Yep.
So
We
you
got
know,
Jordan Hicks back. Yeah. We
Yeah.
got that Tibbs guy. Where's he at now?
Dodgers. And I love how right after the trade, I'm like watching videos online, and they're like, yeah, and the Dodgers somehow got James Tibbs in the deal. And man, if he lives up to the hype that everyone thinks about him, where he could be a 40 home run hitter, it's really gonna go up the Giants' ass sideways now that he'll be a Dodger. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I love to hear, Dustin
Yep,
May.
that's awesome.
Oh, I'm glad we got that guy.
We want to keep all these prospects, but when we look at that guy, we're like, yeah, no, I got
I
we
was
don't want him.
210 and
Yeah.
AAA or whatever.
Get him out of here,
Bad.
yeah.
Double A.
But we do need to trade him to get Dustin May. 'Cause that
Dustin
guy.
May.
How are we gonna get that 4.85 ERA on our team?
Well, I mean, when you're calling a team 10 minutes before the deadline, and you're like, "Hey, who are you willing to part with?" Oh, Dustin May's moving to the bullpen, potentially getting DFA'd or
Oh, yeah.
moving down to AAA. Why don't we give you Tibbs for
You
him?
want a top 10
Let's
prospect
save
on our team?
face.
Yeah, man. We don't
Let's
want to look
save-
like we didn't try.
Your fans will be like, "How did this happen
We'll make-
again?"
LA would be super happy about
And
this.
our fans will be like, "How did this happen again?"
Why did we think that they were gonna do something? I'm kind of glad that we were gonna do like a pre-deadline episode. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because I can only imagine how wrong I would have been on so many things and pissed off about how wrong I
Joe
was.
Ryan, the
We're gonna get
Boston
Joe
baby.
Ryan. I fucking said during the home run derby episode, when I'm like, I think Matt Olson's gonna win the home run derby, and then he's gonna be on the Red Sox. What? I'm
I
done
was
talking.
almost right though. Junior Caminero.
Yeah, you were actually almost right about
So we got James Tibbs, and we saw he batted 200 in Double A for 30 games, and we're like, you're bad.
that. Like, there's no way you're
Really
gonna
bad
get
at
better.
baseball.
You were never gonna get better, Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, no way. When did you get drafted? Last year? Too long.
Yeah, way too long, dude.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Christian Campbell? He went up the ranks pretty quickly.
Mhm.
What about you?
How about that Nick Kurtz guy? Did you ever heard of him? He got drafted last year. Same draft class.
Yeah, what's he doing?
He had
What's
4 home runs the other night in the
doing,
major
dude?
leagues. What are you doing? That's what I thought.
Just put my thumb up.
It's funny though. All that being said, Red Sox are a good team.
They're good, yeah.
They're a really good team. It's
Fuck them for that.
yeah.
Yeah,
right,
you know,
what the hell?
I really wanted to
we
come
just
in
sound like
here-
we're complaining now.
Yeah, like it was a bad deadline because we were expecting more now, especially seeing how good the Red Sox are. But I really wish that, like, deep down, they just went 3-0 after the deadline.
Yeah, they swept the
I
Astros,
really
who are a playoff team.
I really wish, though, if the Astros could have just put a hurting on them, so
Yeah,
we
just-
could have just blasted Breslow. But man, when
now
they
we can't. We have to be like, oh, they're good.
yeah,
Ugh.
when they win 3 games in a row after the deadline, and you're like, huh,
They've won 19
They
of their last 25.
yeah, they just keep rolling.
Yeah.
And it's like if they continue this, the only thing we have to hope is they can continue what they're doing for the rest of the year, and that they haven't blown their load too early.
Right.
Because you want to get hot going into the playoffs. You don't want to be hot in the middle of the season, and then September rolls around and you're like
No,
chicken and beer in it.
I was just
And
chicken
you're
beer that
chicken and
shit.
beer in it. And so I don't. You have to hope this just continues and they can ride it going for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And that this isn't just a midsummer hot streak.
Resurgence
And,
kinda.
yeah, and
But
then
the problem, like that, like we're saying that, but like they are since
they didn't play well in cold weather.
They didn't. Yeah, they didn't
They
play. Well,
didn't.
but that's been an all year thing, so it's not like they got better with that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And at the end of September and October,
Oh God, yeah.
you start playing. You start playing cold weather, and then if it leads into November,
They should just start
which we've
cold
seen,
punching, Joe Rogan style.
we're November in Boston, it could be snowing.
Oh yeah.
So
And you'd be like, I'm just gonna put my mask on and not swing.
we've had some years up here where it's October 31st, it's 75 degrees outside, and you're like, wow, Halloween, it's beautiful out. And then you have some years it's like 20 degrees outside,
yeah,
and
you're
you're
like,
like,
I'm not going outside.
and imagine having to play a game of baseball at Fenway Park
So
in
you
20
barrel
degree
up
weather.
a ball and you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
Your hands are like dying.
And we don't play well in that weather.
No, yeah, we don't. Alex Core's even like, yeah, it was too cold.
So we have to hope that they can just continue this and stay hot.
Yeah. But all signs, I mean, off recent, a pretty good amount of games. I'd say
Yeah.
half the season. They have been, since June 1st, the second best team in
Yeah,
in
2
baseball.
full months.
Yep. Second best team in baseball record wise and best,
Best in the AL.
Like 34 and 18 or something like that.
Yeah, it's something wild.
Yeah, the only
And at
team above
home,
them
there's
is Milwaukee.
16 games over 500 after
Yep.
today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and
Might even be 17 because during the game last night they said they were 15 over. So I don't know if it was at the end of the game or before. So they're anywhere between 16 and 17 games over
Yeah,
500 at home
which-
this year.
it's been a while since we've been able to say that like Red Sox baseball at Fenway Park is
They're
good to watch.
dominant at home.
Yeah, and the fans are feeling it too.
Yeah.
Except for that Dodgers series, but that just kind of is part with the course. They're number one team in baseball. Well,
Well,
fan-wise.
They're starting to.
Yeah, they're starting a lot. They are. I'm saying like fan wise, like in terms
Yeah,
of
yeah,
interest.
oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
They have a very good traveling fan base.
Yes, they do.
So I'll give them that. I can't even shit on them.
Yeah, they're another one of those historic franchises that's been
Yeah.
around forever. So
Yeah, and plus there's just so many fun players to watch on that team.
they spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deferred, but it's
It
still
doesn't matter.
I mean,
They
Red
get the
Sox could.
players.
Red Sox could do that.
But man, it's crazy to think how great the Dodgers are this year with the amount of injuries that they've had at the pitching. Dude, they have 19 or 20 guys on the IL.
Yeah.
They traded Dustin May away.
Their bullpen's
They've
surprisingly
cut a couple
pretty bad.
guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The amount of pitchers that this team has run through.
And Mookie's having a down season too.
Imagine if they were healthy.
Yeah, no, it would be a much different story.
They'd be
but
so fucking scary.
that's why, they always say, the post championship hangovers because you are playing more games than anyone else, so it only makes sense that
You're gonna start feeling the fatigue.
and you're seeing it between the two teams that played in the World Series last year because the Dodgers aren't having a good. Their recent baseball has not been that good, and the Yankees. We thought the Red Sox were a stupid team. The Yankees
Crumbling.
are
man.
getting there right now, and their deadline was on paper very good. We were like, why can't we get a deadline like the Yankees? They got David Bednar, they got Doval, Greg Bird or not?
Jake Bird. I
Jake
think?
Bird. Bird's the other Yankee player, and a Caballero from Tampa Bay. In their first game with the Yankees, they gave up the pitchers that they got, which is Bird, Bednar, and Doval. They gave up 9 runs against Miami. Caballero made an error in
That
right
cost them,
field
like, 2
that
or
cost
3.
him 2 runs.
Yeah.
That went against Doval, and they lost the game on a walk-off swinging bunt. And then after that, they got shut out 2-0. And then in that
they're
game,
down 7-3.
and now they're down today 7-3. And in
About
that
to
game,
get swept by the Marlins.
by the Marlins, who are surprisingly 500.
But even though they are surprisingly 500,
The Yankees,
the
should be
Yankees
smashing
being as
them.
good as they are,
Even without,
should have smacked
Yeah, even without Aaron Judge, they should be
Yes.
destroying them. And they looked like they were gonna. That first game, they were up like 9-4 at one point.
Yep.
And
now they're saying Judge is coming back next week to DH because they need him.
they need him. It makes sense. But we're complaining about the Red Sox not doing as much as we want them at the deadline, which is justified. But the teams that did do stuff at the deadline, I don't think the Blue Jays have been particularly awesome since then. But they got Shane Bieber,
Yeah, I don't think he's had a start
and he
yet.
hasn't started yet because
He was in
injured.
rehab starts.
Yeah. And everyone that the Yankees got, with the exception of Ryan McMahon, which was last week, I don't really count him as a deadline deal.
No, me neither.
But everyone that the Yankees got immediately looked like. I feel like it happens a lot.
Typical what the Yankees have been the last.
Yeah,
couple
and
years.
maybe you can attribute that to the fact that Bednar pitched in Pittsburgh, which is there's no
Right.
pressure really. Bird pitched in Colorado, and he wasn't. I think he had like a 4+ ERA in Colorado.
Yeah, and he
which,
was their best relief pitcher.
yeah, which is again not saying much. And was Doval on
I mean,
Athletics?
I think he was San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah,
I'm
he
thinking
was
of
their
Octavio
closer.
Dotel. That's what
He was their closer for a while for the last few years, but it seems like he really hasn't been that great. So they ended up moving him, and
San Francisco
but-
low key like.
but I
sold
mean,
the
you know,
deadline.
going to get those type of guys, you getting 3 big names like that. I mean,
especially with the
even
bullpen
if one
the
doesn't
Yankees
work
have.
out as the closer, you have to hope one of them does out of the 3. But who knows what's going to happen here, man?
Yeah, I think I think the Yankees in the last month and a half or so, their bullpen ERA as a team is like close to 7,
Yeah, they're not.
and it's getting worse now.
Not doing good.
Unfortunately, with Bednar. Well, not unfortunately, I don't give a shit, but I'm happy that's happening. Personally.
Fortunately.
Fortunately, it's happening with Bednar and Doval and Bird.
But
So yeah, we complain, but then the other teams that do make a lot of moves. Has Seattle? I don't know how they've been. Since,
I don't know how they've been, but I mean they're right there.
yeah, Suarez and Naylor.
Yeah, I mean they jumped into the 3rd wild card spot, so they have to be playing pretty well. Suarez, they went and got Suarez, so
That was my prediction.
and then they went and got Naylor. I mean, they went and got the 2 best bats I think that moved at the deadline.
Yo, for sure. I
So-
think that they overall won the deadline in terms of like
Josh Naylor looks like a softball player.
he does look like a
He really
softball
does.
player.
Like he
Yeah.
looks like some guy that's played against.
Yeah, he
Baggy
really.
clothes and,
Yep.
I don't know.
But
Pulled
I
out.
mean, they have a really good pitching staff.
Yeah, no, their pitching staff is really good. Kirby, Woo, who
Woo.
always dominates the Red
Yep.
Sox. They cannot hit that guy.
Nope. And Kirby's good.
Yeah, Kirby's really good.
And then Logan Gilbert.
Yep.
You know, they got 3 good guys. And
They got 3 boppers in the lineup in Raleigh, Suarez, and Naylor.
right.
To go with Rodriguez, I'm sorry.
And
who
let's
is-
just put this out there. The Red Sox were in on Eugenio Suarez.
if you don't know, the Red Sox were in on Suarez,
Yeah, they were
Kelly,
in on them.
Naylor. So name every Bednar,
What guy moved at the
Doval.
deadline?
Right.
Red Sox were in on them.
Yandy Diaz. They were so in on, and he didn't even get traded.
We were all
They were super in on Joe Ryan. Great last name. Interest
They were
teams are
so
back,
in
baby.
on Joe Ryan that we had him
Yeah, according
according
to Fox.
to MLB.
Spot, yeah.
on Fox.
Yeah, they were,
So
They got him.
there's no way they're gonna blow this one.
put the tweet out now.
They got Dustin May. Oh God.
God, wrong guy. Oh, sorry.
Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Oh shit.
Whoopsies.
Wrong guy.
Dustin. From
They said Red Sox made a trade, and he just hit enter.
He's just like, oh, Joe Ryan, easy. That's what they've been
I've
talking
been
about.
waiting. I've had it up on my screen for the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Dustin May.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
Delete.
shit. I look like an idiot. I look like an
Delete.
idiot.
Delete.
They got Dustin. That's what he looks like. Dustin from Justin. Send.
That guy?
That
I gotta
was
switch
no
the picture
eyebrows?
quick. Red Sox.
He had like one good start in 2019. Like he was supposed to be good.
Then they were drawing in the eyebrows on him, and they were like, "Just post it."
Hurry up! We don't have time. He's not even wearing Red Sox. So who
Oh,
cares?
God, I'm running out of pencil. Oh.
Who cares? Put him on now. We don't want to look stupid.
Big Red. That's his real nickname, Big Red.
Big red dude.
Dude, all I'm hearing like when you say that is like right after the Texans beat the Bengals, and he was like about Andy Dalton. He was like the Red Rifle, more like the Red Rider BB gun. That's all I'm picturing.
He's not good enough to have a cool name like that. He should be like
Big Red.
Is that fire truck?
just
dude?
red. Hey red.
Hey, Red.
Big red.
Yeah.
6'6", 180. That's crazy. He could be a basketball player. Kind of build.
Now he's just the number 4 starter potentially in Boston.
He's starting on the 6th apparently. So
Okay.
he's slated to start the 3rd game against Kansas City.
He was supposed to start today.
Yeah, but they pushed. Yeah.
Yeah, originally when we traded for him, they said he was going to be the 3rd starter in the series.
They're probably just trying to get him more accustomed to their way of pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're just thinking, well, maybe if we have,
If Giolito goes out and dominates for 8 innings,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
save
what it
face against the Astros.
Let's hope the guy like Cooper Crystal can give us at least 7 strong. Okay. Thanks, Cooper. Didn't see that coming, dude.
I think what it really was is they were like, we're going to lose probably the first 2 games of the series,
Yep.
and then we'll throw Dustin May out there, and hopefully he gets the win. The fans will love it. But instead, we won the first 2 games, and they were like, fuck it, Giolito's
yeah,
going.
you're right, let's do
We're
it.
getting the sweep.
And we'll try the next thing.
Yeah, we'll try next series. We'll work you in, bud.
Well, yeah. Red Sox are good. It's just crazy. Everything we say, the Red Sox are good. That's consistent.
So, after the All-Star break, Roman Anthony became the leadoff hitter.
Mm-hmm. And it's become the Roman Empire.
Well, now he's kind of jumping back and forth. He's back into the 3 hole for the last couple games.
Yeah.
But at I think they said like in the leadoff he was like 13 for 25
Wow.
Crazy.
and had like 6 walks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's incredible.
He's controversial, but he's good.
You think
Roman
so?
Anthony guy's pretty damn
You
good.
think
I
the
gotta
top
say.
prospect in baseball is actually good at baseball?
Yeah, I think that they might have
Wild.
been right about that one. They
Wild.
might, maybe.
I'm glad we
He's
didn't wait for arbitration.
Dude, at the rate he's
Can't wait for the
going
league
right
in 5
now,
years, 6 years.
at the rate he's going right now, he'll be in the top voting for Rookie of the Year. He
Yeah.
probably won't win it.
No.
But if he continues what he's doing for the rest of the year, he could end up with like 35 doubles
Yeah. And like 10 to 15 home
and
runs,
play
maybe.
3 months
Yeah.
and have 35 doubles.
And
Like,
he's also playing really good defense. I think his defensive WAR is actually a positive right now.
so like,
So like that was like his biggest detriment.
if he continues doing what he's doing, he's and especially if he finds some pop.
Mm.
Like if he could hit like going for
start
the rest of the
barreling
year, hit like 10 or 12 home runs for the rest of the year, like and hit 25 more doubles. I mean, he's gonna end off the year with 40 doubles and
15 home runs,
15
20,
homers or close to it,
Yeah.
and it's like he played 3 months of baseball
Right. Like
at 21 years old.
he's really a special player. Like
Yeah,
you
two-
you watch him,
280.
you anticipate his at bats. You're like, oh, Roman's coming
Yeah.
up, and you can tell the pitchers are like, I gotta work around this guy now.
Yeah, I can't just throw this guy a fastball.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna
No,
he's
please
gonna
do.
tee up.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, please do. Please throw a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He's
I
gonna
love
tee it
that.
up. Hit it 115. like,
Yeah, whatever they did with the lineup, it seems to be overall working pretty well. Even Trevor Story's been
Trevor's story
Healthy
since
and
June
really
1st has
good.
been one of the best players in baseball.
driven in 46 runs, which I think is you said was tied for the
Tied
major
for the
league or the
Yep.
league lead.
Yep.
He's
All of
got
baseball.
he's hitting 270, but he always seems to have like an important hit. Like he's playing good defense.
He's being more consistent.
Right.
He's not
he's
getting
finally
injured.
playing.
Yeah, he's not getting injured. But even then, before the injuries, he wasn't really consistent.
No.
And like now, he's like finding a groove. He's but I it's like what I said a few episodes ago, where like the vibes ever since trading Devers just feel like that the locker room has made a complete change.
Mm.
Like these guys, like after the last 2 wins, they asked Roman Anthony when he had the walk-off, they were like, what's the biggest thing right now? And he's like, I love these guys on this team. Like we play for one another. Like that's what he was saying. The next night, Trevor Story gets interviewed after last night's game, and they were like, what's been the most important thing? And he's like, everyone's getting along. Like we're playing for each other. Like we're not giving up. We're here to fight in every game.
Yeah.
And it's like that wasn't what they were saying a few months ago.
No, it wasn't that at all. And you can even tell when you watch the games because like I think we said before we're like you always see the players at the top of the
they're all
dugout.
standing
They're
at
all
the rail.
standing there. The only one that wasn't you never saw Devers on the
Yeah, he was always sitting in the dugout doing
Yeah.
whatever.
And then when he got traded, and even Jaron Duran was like, yeah, I was sleeping when he got traded, and we just got to go out and play. Like it wasn't like it wasn't very a somber tone, It didn't seem like it was. I'm sure like a lot.
Yeah,
of
it wasn't
players
like he was
Devers,
up
but-
in arms about the trade.
Yeah, I think they were probably just like, yeah, he's got to go. Even if they liked him, you got to get to that point. And like you watch. I don't know what point in the game it was yesterday. Maybe it was when Justin Wilson struck out the guy to end the inning in the 7th or something like that. And then you look at they show Crochet and like all the players and they're like all like pound the thing and it's fun to
After
like
every double, everybody's up on the top.
doing the thing. Now they're doing they
camera,
had
the-
the plane ride from hell in Minnesota. Now every time they get like a good hit, they do the plane thing. That almost apparently killed Garrett Whitlock. I don't know. He was like, I cannot pitch today, and they're like, Jordan, get out there, and he's like, but 90-minute rain delay, I can't do this.
Man,
Put him back out there.
It's rain. It rained earlier. I'm Jordan Hicks. I'm not good.
Yeah, seriously though, they've been vibing, man.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. It's been
Team's
showing.
been playing well. Duran's been really good. He's been getting a lot of off days recently, and I think that just comes with the last few years. He pretty much plays every day. So like you give him some time, but he moved to the 3-hole since the All-Star break. He's batting what did we say? 283,
280, 289.
289, 3 homers, 10 RBIs.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got some pop coming out of the 3-hole there.
he had that leg kick back too, which is giving him a lot of authority.
This is the thing you
want
want to see him. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at since the All-Star break, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 guys with double-digit hits in 15 games.
Yeah.
I mean, prior to that, I mean, when we were going earlier this year, we were lucky if we were scoring a run sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and now we're getting guys who are being consistent. You know, Roman Anthony has the most hits on our team since the All-Star break. A rookie who's been up in baseball for a little over a month.
Yeah.
He's played 44 games.
It's crazy. And then you also got like off the bench, Ref Snyder's he's doing his thing, hitting 292. Now it seems like he's hitting both righties and lefties to a point. And then we also look at like other players that maybe don't have as great of numbers right now, but they have a moment or like a clutch hit. Like Romy Gonzalez is, in the second half of the season is only hitting 147, but he's got 3 home runs and 8 RBIs, and he hit a grand slam against Philly that brought him back in the game. Yeah. Walker Buehler gave up a 2-run home run yesterday to Christian Walker, and you're like,
a leadoff home run.
First pitch he sees, leadoff home run. So that brings the momentum back on the Red Sox side, and they didn't look back since.
Right.
Even Narvaez, he's doing terrible in the second half. He's 132 average, but his one home run that he hit was a game-winning home run in extra innings against Philadelphia.
And his defense has been good.
And his defense, yeah, and I mean, sure, the interference stuff. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. But
I mean, he has the most throwouts of any catcher in baseball.
That play, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but that play where he caught the ball,
threw Altuve out at first.
Threw Altuve out at first because that's heads up catching. That's stuff that we haven't seen in Boston in a long time.
Johnny Molina shit.
Yeah, exactly. And he's young. He's 26. He's a rookie.
Right. You got to hope that the bat comes in the next. You see what he did earlier this year, where he was batting like 280 and stuff. You have to hope he gets a little more consistent with the bat, and over the next few years turns into a great catcher. But defensively, he is great.
Yeah.
And, like you said, he's had the couple interference calls and stuff. Okay.
He leads baseball on that,
but
he also has thrown out the most
of anybody.
Runners. Yeah.
Yeah. So
got a cannon. Calls a good game.
Yep.
You can definitely tell that there's a difference between. Although it's kind of teetered out a little bit lately. I think it's just.
I was gonna say Connor Wong's been doing
much better. But like before, you could see the difference between how the pitching staff reacted to Narvaez calling the game compared to Wong. Now it seems like it just like we were
Wong
saying,
caught today and Giolito went 8.
Yeah, and Wong's he's got 2 doubles. He had no extra base hits all season.
Batting 250 since the All-Star break.
Yeah, exactly. So
which is double what his batting average was going into the All-Star break.
Right, and as much as. I'm not saying that this is the case, but there might be some good things to the fact that they weren't very active at the deadline and they didn't get rid of much, because I'm sure that the idea of being traded gets to a player. Obviously, the vibes on this team are very good. Who knows if that had something to do why they kind of came out a little, maybe like they were trying too hard to make sure they just in case the trade or something like that. So maybe there is a good thing about not doing the trade, because now all these guys are that they know that they're with each other for the rest of the season with no interruptions, unless of course an injury, which of course they'll still be with each other. But that could help them in their mental to where they are seeing the ball better and they are
not worrying about potentially being moved, just play baseball.
Right. So I mean, you can tell that I feel like the Red Sox told Durant before the Twins series that hey, you're not getting traded, because then it seems like it's been different since then.
And he's I guess they were saying that he's he's pretty much hangs out with all the rookies. He's the guy that they all gravitate to, and then Bregman's kind of just coaching everybody. Bregman's helping everybody with their swings, helping them, and that's another thing too, is Bregman's been around so long now, and he's been in so many high leverage situations, and everything is big, and it's because of that he really helps these guys in this count, look for this. This guy's gonna throw you this pitch. This is his go-to. If he gets you gets you behind in the count, sit on this pitch.
Right.
And it's okay, maybe instead you were waiting for a fastball and the guy's gonna throw you a sweeper, and now you're waiting for the sweeper instead of the fastball because Bregman's in certain counts this guy's gonna go to this pitch. More often than not he's gonna do this and stuff like that. And that type of coaching, especially to a rookie, anything like that is. It's huge help,
especially when they know that you've been there. They've seen you there. I mean,
you're
literally every year of Bregman's career, whether you go to his major league career or his high school or college career, he's been in championship or playoff adjacent type of situations every single year. He was on the verge of not doing that this year in Boston, but it seems like him helping out these kids,
becoming the leader of the team
after
Devers left,
which makes sense. You got to think about it from Bregman's point of view. Maybe he didn't want to assume that role because he's like, well, he's been on the team for almost 10 years. I'm not trying to fuck him over. And then after he left, he was probably like, well, okay, this team needs somebody, and it's gonna be me because I know what I'm doing.
I'm the most tenured. Let's do this.
Yeah, even when he's slumping, I'm sure that he's still going to the the dugout and saying like, "Hey guys, he got me on that pitch, but next time, just keep an eye on it," kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean anything that can help these guys like just get an advantage in any way. Just like that's what they need. You might not be baseball is one of those things, man, where you can get in your own head and it could ruin everything.
Yeah.
But like if you go out there and you have somebody else who's helping you see something that you didn't see, that could take a huge weight off your mind when you're coming up to the plate. Like just realizing something you were doing wrong or anything like that. I mean, that type of fixing those mistakes and not necessarily hearing it from a coach, but seeing it from somebody who's watching your at bats as a peer, not somebody who's like some guy who hasn't taken an at bat in 30 years telling you this. You know what I mean?
Or like
you get a guy who's
Alex Cora, but
and the other thing too is like I think one of the biggest things I felt like it happened yesterday where somebody was told to wait on a pitch. Like, I feel like Romy Gonzalez had an at-bat where he, not the home run at-bat, but his next at-bat, I think he doubled.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up scoring, and he came into the dugout, and he said something, and then somebody ended up hitting a home run. And he was the first person, like, sitting there, and one of the coaches walked up to him and just started laughing and was, like, patting him on the chest. It was almost like he came into the dugout and said, like, watch for this. Like, look for this type of, or, like, he told them something, and it ended up working out.
Right.
Like, it was almost like... I feel like the team wasn't doing that before, and now they're helping each other.
Yeah, because there's always like a fine line, like especially with baseball teams, where you have like the authority, like listen to the coaches at all times, listen to the driveline people, listen to all these people all times, or it's the inmates run the asylum, where like the coach, like Bobby Valentine,
right?
Great manager. But, like you either have like that or the other, but it seems like since the Devers trade, maybe, or just maybe we're just noticing more because they're winning. It seems like there's a good balance between coaches being the authority, whatever, and the players being able to also help themselves, and they kind of all are like meshing together, and that's got to help out everybody because you can even tell like
it's just good vibes.
Yeah, you can even see like in Alex Cora, like he still seems like he's very intense, but he also seems like he's having a little more of a good time.
You're seeing the coaches laugh in the dugout.
Yeah, you see them laugh. Ramon Vasquez and him always seem to be having a good time. I saw Alex Cora in a commercial, which I never thought I would ever see. So like like little things like that.
But you're right though. I mean, and the vibes are like. They're just good right now, and because of that, there's just good camaraderie.
Yeah,
and it's like when you have that on and off the field, it 2 days ago when Roman Anthony walked off, he said, "I look forward to coming to the ballpark every day to play with these guys." That says it all.
Exactly. And
like when you're looking forward to coming to play the next game, like, and it's not like,
right,
10 games back right now.
Yeah,
you don't even stand a chance to make the playoffs. Why am I coming in here? No, it's like I can't wait to show up tomorrow and win.
Yeah,
like that's what it feels like around here.
Yeah, even like today they did like the in-game interview whatever with Cedar Rafaelo like while I was playing the outfield, and they were just like asking like just general questions, but like everything seemed like there was like one or two answers. It was like, I just want to win. I don't really like when they asked him like, how do you make these great plays? He's like, yeah, if the ball's not going over the fence, I feel like I have to catch it because I want to win. You have to win. We have to win, and it's nice
like
to
the whole mindset.
Yeah,
it's like no matter what, we got to win this game.
Right, and it seems like it. So I don't know what happened, who did it, but something happened where. Maybe it is a Devers trade. Maybe it's a combination of that and other things. Maybe the front office people came down.
It's hard not to tie it to the Devers situation when you look at the Giants being the worst team in baseball since the trade.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox being
the
best team in baseball since the trade.
And they borderline sold at the deadline, too. They got rid of Doval and Yastrzemski is now in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So, and they are, like you said, the worst team since then. I think they have the worst offense. Rafael Devers has not had.
Yeah, they had the lowest amount of runs scored.
Yep.
They had the worst record. And the Red Sox are like fourth, like in runs scored, and they have the best record in the AL East sense.
Yeah, I mean,
or the AL sense, and it's like weird.
Yeah, I mean, Rafael Devers since then is sitting in San Francisco is at 219 with 322 on base percentage, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, and he's playing first base. And shocker, he's not good at it.
No, he's not.
He's not.
I've seen him kick balls, drop in balls, trying to throw it to second and start a double play.
Yeah.
A bad underhand flip.
Yeah.
Like, exactly why we didn't want him playing first base here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like we had a whole episode where we were like, these are the reasons why they shouldn't do it, and what do we know?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, we're just fans.
yeah. And I
I don't
remember.
have AI to.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, right.
Talent.
I don't have Grok 4.0 to tell me what to do.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the whole. I can't say for sure the whole thing is Devers' fault, but he definitely was a part of it, and
Yeah.
it seems like it's.
A part of like
rubbing
I
off
don't
in San Francisco.
we're not in the locker room. We're not that we're not tied in with anybody at the team to know what's
Yet.
going on. But like realistically, from a fan's perspective, like seeing what's happened since the trade, how the vibes were before the trade, how the Giants have been since the trade, like it's hard not to say that there was something going on behind the scenes where it either felt like they couldn't act a certain way around him during the whole situation. It felt like they were stepping on toes. I don't know what it was, but something was going on in that locker room that was throwing just the vibes just into a weird way.
Yeah.
And it was almost like we can't act this way, or
Yeah.
we can't say this, or Christian Campbell wanting to play first base after Devers turns it down. Like, yeah, I'll do it, and then Devers getting mad like you're overstepping your boundary, like you're
Allegedly.
making me look bad. Yeah, the rumors coming out of
Yeah.
you're making me look bad by saying you'll play the position after I turned it down.
Yeah, and then he goes to San
Like-
Francisco and he's like, "Oh yeah, I would have played next year at first base.
Yeah, right.
They just need to give me the." And it's like, dude, like, again, like I still like Devers as a player. Like what he did in Boston was great, but like when the more stuff comes out, you gotta be like, maybe I was wrong about saying that it was completely the front office's fault because although they do share a lot of the blame, Devers definitely does deserve.
It
some
also
blame too.
seems like the players are like, because you know how we talk about the ownership group and it's like they don't really care if we win or not. It's almost like the players are like, since that trade, we're like, well, apparently they don't care that we don't want to win, but we're gonna go out and try to win anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
win.
in,
Yeah.
in spite of them.
And then
Like
it's
we're gonna show them actually how good we really are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and
And then the combination of that with Devers being a poopy head.
yeah,
You know,
big time.
yeah, seriously though. I mean,
that's to use such foul language.
Yeah.
he
Well,
really was
dude.
though. He was a dick.
It's a
Like
kid show.
yeah, he
kid
was
show. Fuck.
he was making it more than baseball.
Yeah,
You know?
it seemed like once he got.
Here we go. I bleeped it.
Yeah, there we
No.
go.
It's all right. We won't
See, like
do
once
that.
he got paid, he kind of like
Became one of those.
Yeah, the
divas.
star mentality. Yeah,
became a
And
diva.
even like I know people thought that like because Ortiz is obviously still close to the front office and the team, that anytime he said anything negative towards Devers, it was like him carrying water for John Henry. But even he was like, yeah, his ego is the reason why he's out of here. Nothing more. Like I understand like where he's coming from, but like I've had my arguments with this front office, but if you talk
work
to
it
them,
out.
then you work it out. But it seemed like his ego was. He's gonna realize that down the line.
He
And
was.
I
He
think
felt.
he will.
He must have felt so disrespected that, like, in his mind, it was just no repair.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm never going to do anything you want me to. There is no fixing this. And I mean, everything that you hear, it was like he had the meeting with John Henry, and it like at the end of the meeting, it came down to like, we think it's just best if we leave.
Yeah, which
Like
is
that's what it came down to. Like you're telling me that you go and you and your team go and have a meeting with ownership, and it got to such a point that you think it's just best if you leave.
Mm.
Like
maybe like and also because we say the Red Sox recent philosophy. I wonder how much that had to do with Devers' mindset because like they traded away his mentor, or not trade away, but they didn't sign his mentor, quote unquote, Xander Bogaerts. The fact that he was the last man standing from the 2018 championship winning team,
he
maybe
was the most vocal the last couple of years.
Yeah, he
about
was-
signing players.
yeah.
when we needed to and spending money.
right. Maybe like he like looked at it like because as fans we do get pissed when we don't do stuff. I'm not trying to play devil's
Maybe he
advocate.
was too.
Maybe he was too, but still.
But-
there's better ways to handle it.
But
I'm not trying to
honestly,
say that he's okay.
But honestly, if it really is coming from that perspective as somebody like Rafael Devers, I think a lot of that has to say with the fact of how much of a leader he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
he
no,
needed
absolutely not.
you needed JD Martinez and Mookie Betts and Chris Sale.
Xander
You needed
Bogaerts.
you needed these guys ahead of you, and you were just riding the wave with everybody else on the team.
Mm.
When you became the leader, you couldn't get it done,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to be the leader. And he left, and the team has made a complete turnaround with Bregman taking charge.
Right. Like
So-
a real pros pro.
Yeah, he needed somebody where he could just fall into line like everybody else and just play baseball, not be expected to be anything more than a baseball player.
Yeah.
And when he got that big contract here, he was expected to be David Ortiz.
Yeah.
They were expected to be, you're going to be the guy. I mean, look at you look at what David Ortiz did in the 2013 World Series. Okay? He batted .680 And when the Red Sox started doing bad at the beginning of that World Series when they couldn't get hits, he brought everybody in like the 7th inning. He got the whole dugout together and was like screaming at them in the dugout, and the whole series turned around.
Yeah,
after
Johnny Gomes hits a home run the next half inning.
like
Pinch hit home run.
But like exactly, like
Legend Johnny Gomes.
Rafael Devers was never going to do that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Never.
Yeah, if anything,
Never
he
going
would
to
just,
do
I mean, and not to say Devers wasn't a good playoff player, because in the 2 or 3 years that he did make the playoffs, he was like a 300+ hitter. But
He was never going to be that guy.
yeah, he was never gonna be that. He would never tell you like what you need to do better, seemingly. And it seemed like it has rubbed off on the team now that he's gone, that they are now with a team leader like Bregman, and they are actually like they have a young core with a good amount of vets that they are willing to tell them, here's what you got to do. Whereas Devers, like you said, was not that kind of guy.
Right.
So, and it looks like it's kind of showing in San Francisco, because I don't know who the leader is on that team. I don't know.
No.
And they're not playing good baseball, and you know, Red Sox playing second best baseball in baseball
Yep.
since June.
And the best in
So-
the whole American League.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
it goes to show as much as it is to say, it really does go to show what having a positive locker room can really do for a team.
and they're all fun dudes. Like they are.
Yeah,
Like
they
I actually,
vibe together. Everybody. It seems like they hang out with each other probably after. Like that's what you need. You need
Yeah.
that camaraderie.
I saw like the meme of like
Like Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony are like best friends.
yeah, no, like I remember when Marcelo Meyer, his debut, I think then they show like Roman Anthony was like watching on his phone, like at the like at whatever that field's called, Polar Park.
Polar Park.
Polar Park. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the Red Sox are fun. Like I saw that. I was gonna say I saw the meme of it was like all of them, like something happened. They were like on like the dugout, like doing the thing, and like Connor Wong was being weird, and it was like the Red Sox are the horniest team, and like laughing emoji. But but you can just tell they're just joking around, like goofing off, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like other team fan bases are talking about it. They're making memes about how fun, like how goofy they can be, you know, which is like you haven't seen that in a while, not since.
Not only that, but it just goes to show you though everybody else is watching.
Yeah, everyone else is watching them, and they're all enjoying what they're seeing, because I think baseball, like A-Rod said, baseball is better when the Red Sox are good.
Yeah.
And fans feel that way too.
It's true. I mean, but the thing is, you don't want what we had like in basketball with the Golden State Warriors. Like you don't want to know going into the season the two teams that are going to be in the World Series.
No.
Like baseball shouldn't be that way. It never has been that way. There should be more competitiveness, and the Red Sox being competitive, the Blue Jays being competitive, the Yankees being competitive,
Cubs.
It makes
Cubs, I mean,
makes
for a while.
baseball fun.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying it. This has been a fun season. It's also been
Padres this trade deadline made a bunch of actions.
Yeah,
They traded away like 15 of their top 20 prospects.
yeah. They
to
got
try to
got-
win. I mean,
yeah.
they know they got to compete with the Dodgers.
Yep.
It's time to go win.
Can't get mad at that. So
I like that. You like to see that.
yeah,
Like honestly,
maybe there will be a
honest-
day when the Red Sox do it again.
you want to see October. Like as a baseball fan, as much as I am a Red Sox fan, like October baseball is fun to watch. And when you're watching the Dodgers go up against a good Padres team instead of like a Dodgers Marlins matchup because the Marlins made it because their division sucked. Like you know what I mean? Like you don't want to see that. Like you've
Yeah.
seen with like the NFC South and stuff like that in football. Like you want baseball to be competitive. I want October baseball to be good. I don't want it to just be like, oh, Dodgers swept their way to the World
I mean, it's
Series
like,
because no other team was good because they bought everybody.
You're right.
Like,
Exactly.
No, like I want to see competitive baseball, and the Red Sox being where they are right now. This is what Boston wants.
Yeah, is what Boston wants, and the fact like you're talking about more teams that are good in baseball. The other team that is better than them since June 1st is the Milwaukee Brewers,
Which
which
at
who
the
would
beginning of this year you
Brew
would
Crew.
have saw that coming.
Brew Crew, baby. Who would have thought? You know, and it's good to see Milwaukee fans care about baseball. I mean, they've always been a good fan base, like overall, but like it's good to see them cheer on good baseball consistently.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Milwaukee Brewers kind of started their their
14-1
ascension.
right now.
They're up 14-1.
3, I guess.
Oh, well, still
Must have just gave up a home run.
right. But like I think that their whole ascension really started when they faced the Red Sox. They swept the Red Sox in the 3-game series, and they won like 9 in a row after that. And then they've just been
Haven't looked
consistently
back.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
Making a Arizona Diamondback style run from a couple years ago.
Right. Hey man, baseball has been fun, and like we didn't like what happened at the deadline. Obviously, we still think that that's bad. We don't like the Devers trade because of what we got back.
Right. Not
But-
so much of Devers going away as much as
Right.
what we didn't get in return.
Exactly.
Another squandered trade where we get rid of a superstar player and you get nothing in return, but yet we have to give up James Tibbs to get Dustin May with
Yeah.
a 5 ERA.
You essentially traded Devers for Jordan Hicks, Dustin May, and
Kyle Harrison. Yeah, and Jose
Oh,
Bayo.
I forgot they got another
Sorry.
Bayo. Yeah, how can we forget
Brian's
that?
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. So
Right, yeah. Oh, that guy on Facebook with
Yeah.
4 friends. I wonder how he's doing.
He's probably still got.
Let's do a
probably-
check-in.
Maybe he's got 5 friends now.
I'm gonna go look him up.
People really like Brian Bayo.
he's friends with Anthony Rendon.
God damn it!
How's he doing? We didn't have an Anthony Rendon checkup last week. That's crazy.
Oh
Well,
well.
last episode, I should say, it wasn't last
I'm
week.
sure we did.
Yeah, no, I don't think we talked about him once. But
Well,
Let's see
I'll be, I'm,
yeah, can you
I
just check
mean,
out what he's done the
I'm
last
just looking
2 or
up
3 weeks?
fake Brian Bello on
But
Facebook, but I can see that Anthony Rendon's not doing anything.
but yeah, I mean,
He's the
I
reason
don't-
why baseball wants a salary cap, by the way.
but seriously though, that's why we get upset about the Devers trade. Not so
Yeah.
much of Devers being gone as much as it's just like they wanted him out of here so bad that it was like whatever you want to give us, put a bunch of names on a board and throw a couple darts and whatever it lands on, just give us those guys. We
Yeah.
don't care.
So long as you take his whole contract.
Yeah, just take his contract and give us whoever you want in return,
Found
and we'll
him.
take it. There he is.
there he is, man.
But like, but that's just like that's why we felt that way about the Devers trade.
Yeah.
But this deadline for a team that's playing as well as they now here's where the last 3 games since the deadline, Romy Gonzalez hit a home run and a leadoff home run that's put the momentum back in our favor yesterday. Then Abraham Toro hits a home run to help us get a bigger lead yesterday. So it's like, me saying that we should have addressed the first base situation when immediately these guys after the deadline show me that if they weren't in the lineup that day, we wouldn't have had these hits.
Right.
So it was like,
And they play decent defensive first base.
yeah. So it's like maybe we should have, but at the same time,
But if it's not broke, I guess.
if
If
they're
it's
gonna,
not bad.
I need a bigger sample size, but I ultimately think their biggest needs were a number 2 starter to go behind Crochet and a first baseman. We didn't do either one of those. That's why it's terrible. And it's terrible because every Red Sox fan knew what we needed, and we felt like we were so close to getting it, and we just came up short because the Red Sox wouldn't pull the trigger.
Right.
It
And-
didn't have anything to do with Minnesota as much as it did the Red Sox.
Yeah.
If Dave Dombrowski was the general manager still, he would have made that move
They
3
would've-
days
they
before
would-
the
yeah.
deadline.
They would
Like,
have got Yandy Diaz last week.
they would have pulled Joe Ryan before he even made his last start with Minnesota because he would have been like, I don't want him pitching for you.
And his first start against Boston would have been against Minnesota.
Yeah, like
Probably, yeah.
it would have been something like that. And like, but instead we get Breslow going all the way to the deadline to a point where it seemed like Fox Sports heard that the Red Sox made a trade and they just assumed
Yeah,
it
they're
was
like,
Joe Ryan.
Gotta be Joe Ryan.
Like,
Who else would it be?
like-
They're not talking about anyone else. Dustin, huh?
This
Dustin
threw
from-
everyone for a
Dustin
loop.
from Justin? Really? No way.
But that's why the deadline was
Right.
terrible. But besides that, it seems like the team didn't take it anyway. I thought, especially listening to Felger and Maz and Beal and Zoe that day after the deadline, like it really did feel like it was going to come down to how the pregame went. Like, is Cora going to come out and rip the front office for not addressing it like he's done in the past?
Yeah, or say stuff
Or
like,
is he
"Oh,
gonna come out
the
and-
roster we have.
Yeah, or is he going to come out and be like, let's go win?
Yeah.
And he came out and he was like, honestly, like, I feel like the moves we made are going to help our team going forward. But I also feel like every guy on this roster has helped us in some sort of way to be where we are right now. And I'm happy moving forward with the roster. And it was like, okay, well, it seems like the team wasn't affected by what they
No.
did at the deadline.
No,
So
not at
as
all.
long as the team's not affected by it, they should continue to play good baseball.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you always have like that fear because every single post deadline Red Sox team since 2020, even 2021, even though they got a good trade, they got Kyle Schwarber that year, but like after that they just kind of tail off. But this year it really does feel different.
Yeah.
And it's
Feels
nice
like
to see.
they're ready to play.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not gonna say I believe in them because every prediction I've made this season has been completely wrong. But I'm enjoying watching them play.
We're riding the wave.
We're
baby.
riding the wave, yeah, exactly.
We're riding the wave, baby.
Riding the wave.
Riding the wave.
Oh yeah.
All-Star break.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Red Sox didn't do too much. Chapman pitched 1 inning, pitched well.
Yep.
But besides that, the Red Sox did not show up in any other way.
No,
Did-
the only thing they did was make Red Sox fans really believe that Joe Ryan was coming here soon because they were.
Yep.
But that was also just social media bullshit.
But at the same time, yeah, there was a lot of pictures of Red Sox players around Joe Ryan and talking with Joe Ryan. But hey, if it leads to us getting Joe Ryan in the offseason and it really built, him talking with some guys and building some chemistry and seeing people's personalities and wanting to come here, maybe that trade happens this offseason and we see Joe Ryan in the Red Sox uniform in 6 months.
I would make a prediction, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm
But yeah.
Passionate predictions
Besides
like that.
those pictures and Chapman pitching that one inning, Red Sox did nothing else at the All-Star break. But Cal Raleigh won the home run derby.
was throwing some
None of us
meatballs.
had picked him to win, right?
No, I think
Did Matt pick him?
did you pick Kyle Raleigh, didn't you?
No, I picked Byron Buxton.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought-
you did.
Yeah, okay.
And I had Junior Caminero, who came in second.
Yeah, and I had Matt Olson.
Yeah.
Which,
So,
then I was like,
but-
who's gonna get traded to the Red Sox?
but Cal Raleigh won. Yeah, Matt Olson didn't get traded to the Red Sox.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he
still
didn't
with
get
the
traded
Braves.
anywhere.
And he did not win the Homer Derby.
But yeah, did not. But
Jazz Chisholm looked good.
right, he looked exactly like I thought he'd look.
He looked like he was as clueless as
I
me
was
at first
saying
base.
that, like, it was like, it's crazy how everybody in the world thought he was going to do bad, and then he did.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like, all is right.
It was like, why is he here? And, you were waiting for him to have for some, like,
Yeah, right.
deep down, you were like, this man's going to come out here and have a Josh Hamilton
Right.
style round and hit 28 home runs. Like, he's going to show everybody up. But no, came out, hit 3 homers, and did exactly what everyone thought he
Yep.
would do. It was perfect.
Shout out to Jazz Chisholm for his heads up being at first base yesterday.
Oh, his heads up base running?
Yeah, when it was popped up to second base,
And
and he got thrown out when the guy caught it because he was like, "Oh well."
But All-Star game was all right. Big comeback at the end.
Yeah.
Led to the first ever swing off.
Mhm.
How do you guys feel about the swing off?
I said it would. I didn't watch it, but I assume Cal Rally's dad pitched because all there was home run.
Lopes?
I didn't hate it, but I don't want to see it in a regular season game, or I don't want to see it like in a real baseball game.
No, of course not.
Yeah, but like people like Felger and Maz are like, oh, that's how they should do it, and it's like, I don't want that. Like, it's fun for like an all-star game because like now Kyle Schwarber's kind of become like a household name because of it because he just went off. And then Aaron, well, I mean, shout out to Aaron Boone for that one. Great manager he is. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna put Jonathan Aranda as my home run hitter to counteract Kyle Schwarber.
Well, so here's what
Oh,
I
that 10
heard.
home runs.
Here's what I heard. All the starters in the All-Star game,
He left early.
they left in like the 6th inning.
Yep.
So when it came time for the swing off, guys like Shohei Ohtani, Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge, all those guys were gone. They had
Yeah.
already left and were like they all went to like go do whatever they do after
Party
the
and
All-Star
all
game
that.
and have parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they all left. They were down in the locker room showering, getting ready to leave, and they were having a swing off up there, and that's why guys like Aranda were up at the plate because they were the guys who were left at the game.
So this goes to show you, if you're gonna ask me how we feel about the All-Star game in general, I care just as much as the players do.
Yeah, but that's the thing is the All-Star game used to matter. The All-Star game used to decide who had home field advantage in the
I used
World
to
Series.
love watching, man.
And now it means nothing. So because of that, you get stuff like a swing off. Yeah. But it was cool. It was different. Definitely okay way to do extra innings. I didn't want to see them have a guy on second base to start the extra inning in an All-Star game because
No.
that's just ridiculous.
Right.
But a swing off is cool. Would have been nice to see Shohei Ohtani go up against Aaron Judge and
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh go up against whoever this top home runs hitter.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want to see.
Suarez or something.
Yeah, but when you end up with a guy like Jonathan Aranda hitting
Yeah.
homers and like just popping
You're
up in
just
the
like,
air.
oh, yeah, of course he was gonna do that. He had less home runs than Alex Bregman.
Like you get one guy sitting on the bench who didn't even get into the All-Star game and they're like, "Yeah, you're going to be hitting," and he's like, "Cool."
What do I gotta do? Just get singles? No, you have to just hit home runs. Me?
Yeah, like
You sure, Aaron Boone? I know what I'm doing.
Like-
Aaron Boone doesn't know what he's doing.
but it's just
How has
It
he
was
been a
different.
manager for so long?
I
dude,
don't
a long
know.
time now.
I have no idea. It's
It's-
been 10 seasons.
Yeah, it's like the same thing when you look at Cora. It's like
Really?
he's been Red Sox manager now. Like he's
Good.
had 1,000 games.
Yeah.
At least he won.
Yeah.
But it's still just like the point of like I think in my mind of like damn, how's it been this long already?
Yeah, they got,
That's true. Yeah.
maybe Brian Cashman looks at it like, dude, that home run you hit off of Tim Wakefield.
Yeah, dude, legend.
We cannot get rid of you. That was so cool in 2003.
You know, you should bring Bucky Denon.
Yeah, right. Maybe your assistant manager because we just love
I know
that
it
one home run
probably
guy.
annoys them.
Yeah, right. Look at Aaron Boone. He hit that home run. Brett Boone was better. He was.
Yeah.
And Brett Boone wasn't that great. I was
Compared
looking
to
at his
Aaron
stats
Boone?
recently because I was like, I always remember him growing up as being like, you know, one of those players in like the MLB games that was
We
always
had a
like
couple of
90
steroid
plus overall.
Yeah.
But then like you look at his like career stats, he's like I think he's like a 260 or like 270. I always thought it in my mind because like you look at like the All-Star break numbers and he was batting like 345 in 99 or 320 in 99 at the All-Star break. Like I always remember him being what I thought was a 300 hitter, but he's like a career like 270 hitter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
he had,
he
like, a
was
50 home
good,
runs,
but
right?
like he wasn't great. Like
He had a couple good power
just
years.
played on a really good team.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Good
and
player on a really good team.
He was he in the Mitchell report? Did he?
I think so.
Yeah. So
I think
there
he's
you
one
go.
of those guys.
Yeah. Now he's back in baseball. Was he like the Twins hitting coach or something like that?
Yeah, he's a hitting coach somewhere. Yeah.
He's got to teach all those new players how to hit a baseball now at the major league level because there's all new players besides one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, All-Star break was the All-Star break.
Mm.
Cool little swing off. Like you said, Schwarber kind of became a household name because of that. Now everybody kind of knows who he is.
Yeah.
A lot of people who just watch the All-Star games, even if they're not fans.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with any sport.
And also, Alex Cora did make the. They asked him like, "How do you feel about Schwarber? How do you feel about Schwarber's upcoming free agency?" He's like, "It's enticing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm
It'd be
interested.
nice to have him back, huh?
I would love.
Imagine if he became our first baseman
I would take
next
it.
year.
Or even like if you can get rid of Yoshida, Campbell is the first baseman that they think he
Becomes
is,
your DH.
and he becomes your DH.
Not bad.
That's a pretty fucking dangerous lineup. A seasoned Roman Anthony. Who knows about Marcelo Meyer? A more confident swinging.
Hopefully Bregman
Christian,
back.
Yeah, Bregman hopefully come back. More confident Christian Campbell.
Healthy Trevor Story.
I know. 2 years in a row. Now getting.
Let's
knock on
not
wood.
jump ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. I'm knocking on wood right now because I'm not trying to do that. Because again, I don't want to make any predictions. This is not a prediction, by the way.
No.
I don't do that anymore.
It's just hopeful.
Yeah,
at
I'm
this
just
point. If we had to make a real prediction of what we think, but this is like fantasy situation.
Yeah, right.
Best case scenario.
I've not made a prediction. I'm not doing it anymore.
No, we ain't doing that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's Matt.
Yeah, Matt's good at it.
Nostradamus
Yeah.
can make some.
Well, now they're good
predictions.
again, so I'm wrong.
Well, maybe you're one of those. I'll tell you a long prediction, and only part of it's true.
Oh,
Two
yep.
truths and a lie.
Yep.
But we don't know which one it is.
Yes.
You can always point back to
That's how you're Matt Stradamus. Like you
Ah,
tell us
yeah,
what's going to happen, but a little of it is it's.
We got some good ideas for
here.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us. We got Dustin from Justin.
You put his face on.
Dustin
mine,
from
Master.
Justin. No eyebrows.
No eyebrows, just his face.
Can't afford that. Can't afford to put eyebrows on him. Dude.
No, yeah, let's do
We
it.
should
I don't
have
no
the
pencil
shirt
for that.
made where it's like a drawing of his face and the pencil's breaking when they get to the
Matt could
eyebrow.
draw that
and it-
easily.
and it-
I've
and
seen
all
his.
It wouldn't be good, but it'd be great.
and all it says is, "I only have one pencil."
And it broke.
It broke.
I
broke my pencil. I
A
can't
pencil
finish it.
snapped in half trying to draw the eyebrow.
I ran out of pencil.
Yeah, I ran out of pencil, and it's like
All the lead fell right out.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Piece of wood.
And I had to turn it in. I was on a.
we'll sell
schedule.
those. Dustin from
Drawn
Justin.
near lava,
Dustin from
lava lake. Incinerated. The pencil's gone. So we
And of
have
course-
no eyebrows.
The Master. We also had to do the Mastradamus.
We had to.
Shirt.
We didn't see the trade coming, so we had to send the picture.
Yeah.
We were drawing Joe Ryan.
I was like, oh shit! I don't even know what he looks like. Probably doesn't have eyebrows.
Fix
Oh,
it.
shit.
Fix it.
Oh god. Hope that they like the picture.
Why do I look so surprised? Because you don't have eyebrows. We can't tell.
I do have eyebrows. They're just very light. I'm Dustin from Justin.
I'm Dustin
from Justin.
Dustin from Justin.
What a cool thing.
Right.
What a cool thing.
It's like Walker, Texas Bueller.
Fuck that guy.
Why do we have nicknames for these players?
Fuck that guy.
Because if they're not good, they have to have cool names.
We have the Romy Empire.
The Romy Empire, dude.
Hey, Roman Anthony and Romy Gonzalez have two of the top 6 like average hardest hit baseballs
Yeah.
all season long,
Romy Empire.
and it's something to do with Romy Empire.
That is the Romy
Since
Empire.
I've been saying it, he's been doing good.
Dustin from Justin, Romy Empire, Texas Bueller.
And I love how Romy Empire is Roman Anthony
Yeah,
and Romy
You know,
Gonzalez.
Romy?
You know, Romy Gonzalez has a great birthday too.
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
What day is it?
September 6th.
What? What are the odds?
Him and Dustin from Justin.
What? The whole time, dude?
Everybody
Oh,
is born this day.
I swear, if Walker Bueller isn't around that time, I'll be upset.
Oh, you gotta look him
Yeah,
up.
what's
now.
his birthday gotta
I
be?
swear to God, if it's mine. I swear.
Let's see.
Oh no, I'm getting nervous.
I am too.
Oh boy.
It's a 1 in 365 chance. I'm nervous.
July 28th.
Oh,
Oh
good.
god, it's a week after mine.
That's
Oh, good.
close.
It's close, man.
It's close.
His debut was on September 7th. I was about to be like,
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Can't have that.
Oh man.
fun facts. You weren't gonna get this. You weren't gonna know birthdays and places of birth. It's about birth.
It's all about birth.
All about it.
Great. Joe Ryan has a great name, and Dustin from Justin has a
Romy
great
Gonzalez
birthday.
has a
Romy
great
Gonzalez, yeah, Romy Empire has a great birthday.
I'm about to hit him up on my birthday.
Like, yo, we have the same birthday.
Just a big.
Thumbs up.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Wow, man, cool.
Hell yeah.
Great
That's awesome,
birthdays.
dude. Wow. Just look at that.
I'm older than you guys. That's what I'd say.
Sport.
Youngins.
Sport.
Hello,
Yeah,
Sport.
great birthdays.
That's just a masterpiece.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah, well, especially the part where he says "old sport" in
Oh.
super slow motion.
Oh.
That's where he got it from that old man who's
Yeah.
like, "Old sport." We saw that movie. And
We did, we went to the
said
theater.
that for like a week.
Yeah, dude. I remember we first.
You and Matt.
Yeah, dude. When we went to the theaters to see that, at first I was like,
I was cooked. In that.
yeah, we were very high,
Yeah,
and we were like,
this movie's pretty good.
yeah. At first I was like, this is kind of like, I thought it was like a romantic movie, so I'm like, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Just why would we go to this movie?
Mm.
And then it wasn't a romantic movie at all. And we were like, the movie was really great. And then for the next week, we were like, hey, old sport. Holding glasses weird. Hey, old sport. Hey, old sport.
Great
I
movie.
feel like that was like one of the first movies I could remember where it was like way too animated in the background. Like everything wasn't a
CGI,
set.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
way too much CGI was going on in that movie, and it was just like, huh.
It's in the 20s, and like, here's a song by Jay-Z.
Yeah. Like, it just felt like it was. I don't know. It just felt over.
They really wanted
produced.
the
Right.
1920s seem really horrible.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like it's dreary. It's really dark.
Except for the rich people.
A lot of smog. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Old
how it
sport,
was.
old
Though. It's like
We got the coal mine over there.
There's Spider-Man.
look at the sewers. There's steam coming out of them. Every single one of them.
It stinks.
Every movie, every game that you see of like 1940 New York, it's like
Right.
every sewer is just a smoke
Yeah, we're
coming
just
out
like,
of it.
yeah,
You're like,
see?
It's stinky, man.
eh,
City
Put the
stinks.
stink lines up.
The city went to hell years ago. Yeah, see?
Meh.
Man, see, old sport.
See, it all ties back.
Oh,
Oh,
full circle
man.
there.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm going.
Did you want to touch on the bullpen quick? I don't think we did we?
Eh,
They're really good. Best bullpen in baseball.
No, they suck.
Yeah, awful. Actually, yeah, they're terrible.
I hope they keep being bad.
Yeah, I hope that they're awful.
yeah, worst.
Yeah, it's just like Chapman. Ugh, that guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
no good.
Yeah,
Should've
not good
traded
at all.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I
He
know.
should have been definitely traded.
Yeah.
Man, Duran.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time he'd get I'd be like, he hit 2 triples today. I'd be like, we should trade him. Every time he did something, we should trade
We should get rid of him.
we should get rid of this guy. He stinks.
Yeah, trade his ass.
Get him out of here.
I don't like him at all.
Oh, he threw 102 miles an hour, 37, got struck out the side to win the game. Trade him. Get him out of here.
Terrible.
Get him out.
What can he do on this team now?
He's
Nothing.
old. He doesn't follow our philosophy. He's
Striking
old.
out
Yeah, he's over 30.
9 or whatever. Like, definitely don't need
Yeah,
to
that's
like
Having
that.
like the best season of his career.
Yeah, he's only 13 walks this season.
60 something.
That was his biggest thing. He just 60.
I don't even think I think that's like. I feel like he just had wild pitches. I don't think he was really even like he walked a lot of people. I don't think he really ever did.
Well, his walks come. It's like 2 outs.
Yeah.
Like strike two guys out, then walk a guy in 7 pitches, and then the next guy pops up in 1 pitch.
Right.
You're like, oh well, we want. That's where his walks come in.
I'm pretty sure he also owns the fastest pitch on like 7 different teams now. So if that's a good trivia question for all the people out there. This player has the fastest pitch on 7 different franchises. Who is he? Aroldis Chapman. No. Jordan Hicks.
Damn it. He's good.
Jordan Hicks?
I'm a big fan.
Love him.
I got his jersey.
Me too, man.
Damn, the Marlins going into the top half of the 9th inning today played Sweet Caroline.
Oh,
before they
really?
swept the Yankees.
Damn, that's vicious.
Damn,
That's
going
vicious.
into the top half of the 9th inning.
Miami.
They played Sweet
my
Caroline
God,
for
dude.
the Yankees.
Yikes.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
that is harsh. Just don't. I hope they didn't wake them up now. That would be really upsetting.
Oh man.
Oh, that's rough. Hilarious, but that's
I
rough.
love that.
Something.
Marlins trolling them.
Do the
Just swept them.
Hey, talk that shit. You earned it.
Surprised they haven't won a World Series yet.
Who?
The Marlins.
What?
They
They have?
just seem to keep winning. No, I meant since they moved to Miami.
Oh.
I figured every time they do something cool, they
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
they have all these great players, and they're like, we can't.
We'll sign
afford
them.
These guys.
this guy's
Christian Yelich, get out of here.
Giancarlo
Stanton,
Stanton.
get
Get out
outta
of here.
here.
Change your name from
Which
Mike.
by the way,
get out of here.
he just became the 6th player ever to strike out 2,000 times in his career,
What a stud, dude.
or the 8th player ever, and he's also the fastest to do it. I think he's also the fastest to do it. He did it in I think everybody else on the list, it was like 200 games less.
Really?
Like
Because
200.
of elbows, man. That's Norway. He has such bad elbows. He just be swinging at air,
Just swinging.
or he just crushes it.
Who's this?
Giancarlo Stanton.
Michael Stanton.
Michael Stanton.
Mike-
Yeah.
Michael? Hey, Michael Stanton.
Miami legend. Yeah.
Word.
Sox are playing good baseball.
And we just have to keep hoping that they continue to
We're
play
not
good
predicting
baseball.
that they're
No,
gonna play.
we're hoping.
We'd like to see them
We
play.
would enjoy it very much. If
Yeah,
they
we
were
would
to do that.
enjoy it, but
You never know. You know,
never
life,
know.
Want to do
life is like a
whatever.
box of chocolates. Sometimes you can't eat it because you leave it outside and it melts and you're like, oh,
Cut that.
sucks.
but yeah, we just go right by that.
Yeah.
And
I was still going.
um,
I could have gone further.
But it wasn't going anywhere.
yeah, well, I think that about wraps this one up.
Like a piece of chocolate.
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys all in the next one, and until then, remember,